How to create and sell an online course. We're going to talk exactly about that, and I'm going to give you the details. At the end of the video, I'm going to give you some of the secrets that I use to create thousands of dollars and bring on a huge following, especially from social media. So get a pen and paper. So the four things I want to talk about is the art of a pre-sale. I want to talk about how to build an audience, which then you get a focus group. Then we're going to talk about how do you actually produce the content and what kind of content, what's the format, things like that. And then the last, which is a big trap for a lot of you, is you overthink the quality, you overthink the funnel. There's so many mistakes in overthinking this whole thing. You just have to get to market and get online. So let's begin with the first one. What is the art of a pre-sale? Well, I made that up years and years and years ago. So the art of the pre-sale is exactly that. It's testing the market for a product or service. Mostly this is service-based or online digital products. And again, specifically now we're talking about online course. Well, let's go all the way and back up. If you can't sell a report or a simple, book or a couple chapters or even a book, where's the course coming in? Like, make sure that doesn't get backwards. Some of you are building online courses and you haven't even built the base of your content. So I built tons and tons, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars of course content off of the Millionaire Maker book. But the book then gave me, my gosh, how much content and coursework I got out of that. And then the Cash Machine gave me coursework, which was my next book. And then the Wealth Cycle Investing book. And if you don't have these books, you should get them for Christmas. So in the description link below, I have an amazing holiday bundle for all of you, and just get it anytime. You need to read these books because there's so much content, and you'll see how I used small pieces of content to then build the coursework, right? To then build the coaching or the mentoring or the bigger consulting work. I don't care if you're in insurance, I don't care if you're in real estate, I don't care which content piece that you're about, it's the same structure. The art of the pre-sale is getting someone interested enough, talking to them, and getting the money up front so you launch rich, not poor. So why would you build a course if no one has asked you to do it? Why would you write a book if no one's asked you to do it? So I'm going to give you some tickets also in the description link below to go out and come to my Millionaire Intensive Marketplace. Even if you've been, come back and revisit. This is the place where you get to every 3 weeks, get leads number one, right? Which we'll talk about next is building an audience. Every 3 weeks you can come back to our marketplace. But number one, the pre-sale, you make some money. You get to test it. If 50 to 100 people out in our marketplace, which is extremely diverse, are not willing to buy your thing, even at $10, maybe you shouldn't do that thing, whatever that course content is. And some of you, you're fixated in your industry, and I'm going to pick on insurance and real estate, and some of you medical providers. There's just a way you think it has to be done because it's an industry standard. Part of what we want you to do, I want you to do, our teams want you to do, is we actually want you to be a little disruptive, and I want you to find the distinctions in your market. Like in your industry, what's something completely different that would have people wake up? I started the branding of Fast Cash. Now I've got a whole bunch of other experts copying me. I just saw 3 last night actually copying, hey, I'm going to have you make money really quick. So they're just copying me. That's fine. I've been doing this since 2007. So good luck keeping up. We're too good at it. We know how to help you do it. Right. Pre-sales are critical, so make sure you set up your pay portals, make sure all that's set, and don't get over-attached to it, don't overproduce it, have it print on demand, have it just be ready just in case, because the more feedback you get, even if only 10 or 15 people buy it, immediately either put them on a call or send them a survey about what they liked or didn't like, but get some feedback about what they liked, didn't like, what they want more of. That gives you a course direction. And the other thing too is don't build a course unless you are very, very fluid in your conversation, that you can have this conversation on a podcast. Think about if I interviewed you on a podcast. Could you just go for 30 minutes and just keep talking about your thing? If you can't do that, how the heck you can build a course? Like, that's rough. And if you don't have any clients, a course again is a cute option with no money. So first go out and test it, get a focus group pre-sale. Number 2, how do you build an audience? You're going to go out all over social media and you're going to post about it. I'm an expert in, right? I do this all the time. I'm an expert in money. What do you want to learn about? You're going to see us do that as we head into 2023. There's different times during the year. We'll come out, we'll survey, we'll poll. We want to know what you want. What do you want to talk about? To that point, if there's a topic here out on YouTube that I haven't talked about and you would like me to come back and do some expert video and some content for you, put it in the comment section. Put it in the comments, note it, and away I go. We'll be back out here and we'll get it done for you. The other thing I would do on social media is I would do some lives. You could do from Telegram lives to LinkedIn lives to YouTube lives, Facebook lives, but be in other people's group, ask their opinion. Again, a different way of surveying or polling is just ask a question. Hey, I'm thinking about doing a course on XYZ. How many of you would be interested in that? And what specifically would you want to know? Just another way to do a survey. Start engaging people and then get them out of your followers process into your database. If you don't know how to do that, we can help you do all of that. You can call our office. So we'll put, again, always in the description, we'll have our office phone number and say, I'd like you guys to just do all this funneling and marketing. We call it a rapid marketing system. We'll just get it done and get your leads moving and get your audience built and responding to you and engaging. Again, with pre-orders all the time. If you're going to do all this content, you got to have an offer, you got to make some money. So then how do you get to the coursework? So again, just like I teach when I write books and I tell people to write books, I would go down, and plus I love the visual. I love going to bookstores and I love going to the category that my book would be sitting in, whether you ever do a book or not. Say, where would I sit? What's out here? What's competitive? What's being written about? What's current? Right? You can go and do it online too. You can do it that way. But what I'd rather have you do is pick up the books, lay out at least 10 of your favorites out, look at the table of contents. Take a quick picture of the table of contents. Like, what do other people do in their courses? Well, how are they being taught? What's the sequence? If you don't have any curriculum designing or curriculum structure, then think through the experience of the client. So if they're going to start at A and you want to get them to Z, what's the experience you need to take them through? What's the coursework? Now, I will tell you about coursework. You can do it one of two ways. You can do a lot of questions and you can do a lot of touch points where they have to hire you and mentoring and coaching you. I tend to not do that one as much. What I tend to do is over-deliver and give every detail. My most famous example, and probably lucrative example of that, was a property management course. So another woman and I did a property management course and we built a binder, a course, and it was everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the interesting about a property manager, about how to do tenant improvements, how do you fund it, how do you do all these things. We gave so much detail that by halfway through the course, they would raise their hand and call and say, could you just do this for me? And that's how we built massive, across the country, we have property management companies. If you want to do it done for you, we laid it all out. So I would go one of two ways. Don't go right down the middle where they have enough that they don't have to hire you or follow up with you. All right. So if you give too little, it's sort of like that was light and interesting. But if you create good engagement, they'll call you. Or you go the other way, which is what I prefer, and just deliver. And like Kyle and my Make Your Kids Millionaires book, we delivered. We delivered massive checklist. I mean, 0 to 5, 6 to 8, exactly what you should do with your child to help them become a millionaire or at least financially and business literate. So lots of ways to do it. Here's the feedback if you know you didn't do it right. And again, stay really digital. Don't produce a lot until you know that you've had a lot of feedback and you're getting some money in the door, because you're going to have to be able to change it and modify it, netify it, and you got all sorts of things you're going to have to do. But the biggest mistake you're going to find is when somebody calls you and says, oh, that course was perfect. I got all the information I need. When you get that feedback, what's your call to action? Where are they going to go from there? So remember, there's always a next step in a book. Usually a book's to a course, and then a course is to coaching or mentoring or consulting or some sort of a next step. So make sure you always have your sales cycle inside of this course. And don't be afraid, especially you women, to make a bunch of calls to action and ask people to keep moving with you. The more you engage them and ask them to do things, the more that they will stay engaged. So I'm going to ask you to do that right now. I want you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I want you to click the notification button. I want you out here 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I'm asking for 10, 15 minutes a day. And please share it with your family and your friends. Get other people on this channel. You should not be in a silo by yourself wanting to be an entrepreneur, learning how to make money, and the rest of your world doesn't even know. Like, if you want to be a millionaire, you need to announce it. You need to scream it. You need to declare it. And if the people around you make fun and say, what are you doing? You can't do that. They're no longer your friend, right? You got to fire them. Some of you got to trade up in your friendship. And as far as families, just don't talk about it, right? Because I know we're right and they're probably not. It's interesting opinions. So back to number 3, actually, is how do you actually create the course? So I always start on Zoom or some online platform, some live stream, and I just start delivering content. I start a new narrative, whatever I want to talk about. Like one of our new narratives that we started this year, and we'll go into even next year even more, is working with NCAA, coaches and their wives, working with student and pro athletes, working with NIL athletes. Like, what is all that, right? My son's in that category, so that's how I got in that category, and I just added it to a narrative. right? And that's got me keynote addresses and it's getting me more, and we'll probably do more coursework around it. But get out here first and announce your conversation. Like if you want to talk about the recessions, then start talking about it and then ask people what they want. So the more you get people to engage, right? You get them to a Zoom call or a webinar, whatever platform you want to use, and at least do an hour of content. If they want to keep going, keep going. Follow up with a survey. What did they like, not like, want more of? Come back and do version 2, version 3, and pre-sell. So if you want, you could do it this way. You could do, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, just sample kind of courses, right? You're going to call it whatever you want to call it, but just them get to know your dialogue, your narrative. Then you sell it. Then you deliver it. Now, do you actually overthink it? I'm going to go into point number 4, which is don't overthink this. So make this simple. I've done every course this way. So I'll actually deliver course number 1. And it could be 30-minute or 40-minute, whatever it is. So again, what did you like about that? We have course number 2. Say this is a 4-week course. I'm actually going to create it in between the week before I deliver from 1 to 2 to 2 to 3 to 3 to 4. I'm not going to go develop it all because I want your input. If I'm going one direction and you want me to go another direction, I need to know. So I'm going to deliver, I'm going to ask. I'm going to deliver, I'm going to ask. I'm going to deliver, I'm going to ask. And then I'm going to deliver. There's my 4-week course. Then we package it all up. We put all the graphics around it. Then you put it up online. Then you can automate it and use all the systems to do that. Too many of you develop all 4 weeks and it's not what people wanted. And you wonder why they drop out by week 2 and 3 and you have no one by week 4 and then you have no further call to action to whatever your next step is. So don't overthink it, just get out here and start talking. The other thing I would do before any course, reports, small digital products, books, be interviewed on podcasts. There's no faster way that I've been telling all my students, just be interviewed, be interviewed, be interviewed. So you get really fluid about your narrative and your content. And then when you're really good, start recording yourself, have it transcribed. Good to go. All right, hope you're enjoying this. Again, if there's any content you want, put it in the comment section below. If you have any questions, want to make a request, go to askloral.com, askloral.com. If you're already over there, ask another question. We can't begin a conversation unless you keep asking questions. And some of your questions could be clarifying questions. So dig deep, read into my books. Again, I have a binge campaign inside my description. So go out and binge watch and then get back to Ask Loral and say, what did you mean by that? What did you mean by that? Understand good debt, understand credit. Ask questions. Let's continue this dialogue. We'll talk tomorrow.